Hello everybody, I'm Mrs. Q and welcome to my YouTube page. First of all, I would like to thank all of my subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. That means you like my videos. And for those of you who like my videos and haven't subscribed yet, hey, what you waiting on? Click the subscribe button and you're in there to get more of me, Mrs. Q, and my silent co-host CJ, who as you can see is absent because I'm vlogging. Alright, so quick update in reference to the hunt for the Brahmin Suri Wallet in Fall Tortoise. Well, remember, a lot of boutiques were saying that they hadn't heard of the Suri Wallet. Well, there's a reason for that. Okay, so first of all, shout out to the Brahmin Handbags and Accessories DBS group on Facebook. Hey, one of our members let us know that the Brahmin's Dillard's was having a sale on tortoise. My rep said it was spring tortoise, so I went because I had been eyeing the John toe in summer tortoise. Okay, she said that they went fast, they didn't have very many, and they didn't have the Jones, so I didn't miss out on anything. However, my trip was not in vain because look what I found, y'all. Look what I found, look what I found, look what I found. Oh, yes! Suri Wallet in Fall Tortoise. And there's a reason why they hadn't seen it or heard of it. Exclusively at Dillard's. How I really love Dillard's. It's one of my favorite department stores. Okay. Now, so, y'all know Mrs. Q don't like to pay full retail price for nothing. So, little did I know, even though I begrudgingly I told her ring it up, little did I know I had hit my 1,500 points, so I got my 10% off shopping pass. So the wallet, regular price $135, came up to $121. Yay! Woo. So yeah, so hey, it all worked out. All right, so now let's get down to it. It's time for Ask Mrs. Q. That's me. Now, after my last vlog, I got many questions in reference to selling handbags. Okay, and basically I'm just gonna wrap all the questions I got into one question, and that question was, Mrs. Q, since you sold some handbags, do you have any tips on selling handbags? I sure do. Okay, the number one rule is to treat everyone the way you would want to be treated. That's the number one rule to being successful when selling handbags. Okay, so whenever you're shipping that bag, think, how would you want to receive that bag? If you saw that bag one way in a picture or a video, wouldn't you want to receive that bag the same way? So you need to pack it properly. That's the number two thing I have. Number two tip. If you're shipping, make sure you pack it properly. Okay? Because you wouldn't want to receive that handbag all smashed up, because when you were interested in buying the bag, that's not how you saw it. You saw it all stuffed and nice and pretty. So that's how you want a bag, right? So remember, number two, pack the bag properly. Number three, when listing the bag, make sure you put every detail you can imagine about the bag in your listing. Whether it's a video, whether it's a listing on Facebook, Poshmark, Mercari, Tradesy, eBay, make sure you list everything about that bag. Okay? So, that means any descriptions of the bag, measurements, you know what I'm saying? Height, width, depth, handle drop. If you know it, list it about the bag, okay? 9 times out of 10, the person that's interested in your bag already know this, but for that person that might not know it, Okay? Take plenty of pictures of the bag. This is included in everything you know about the bag. Okay? I don't care if it is a brand new item. Okay? Many people are leery about purchasing items from secondhand sellers. So your job as a seller is to make the buyer feel comfortable with purchasing your item. So if they answer your question, that's number 3. If they ask questions, answer in a timely fashion, because that lets them know you're really interested in them purchasing this bag. Okay? Back to listing everything about the bag. Let's get to pictures, because if you're listing the bag like on those sites I mentioned previously, then you need to take plenty of pictures. Those pictures need to include the front of the bag, the back of the bag, left and right sides of the bag, the bottom of the bag, if you can, the handles or strap of the bag, all of the inside of the bag, including back pockets, slide pockets if you can get them open. Take plenty of pictures, because that is full disclosure, because most secondhand purchases are as is. So you want the person that's buying your bag to know everything about your item. Okay? So there's no surprises. You as the seller will be happy, and the person as the buyer will be happy. Smooth transaction. Okay? What's another tip? When you list your bag, most people, what they like is to hear one price. So if you can, factor in any type of fees and shipping into the price of the bag. So that way, when you say, okay, this bag is $135, that includes shipping and PayPal fees. Most buyers like to hear that, because a lot of times that's within their budget. Okay? So if you give that one price, 9 times out of 10 people are going to bite at that price, because they already know it includes shipping. If you can't afford to do it like that, then hey, be honest and upfront. That's the next tip. Okay? Be honest and upfront about your item, which actually that tip goes back to number 1. To number 2, I mean. Okay? So basically, that is what my tips are in selling. Okay? The last thing is, once you start selling and you have some faithful buyers, always contact them first if you have an item for sale, because 9 times out of 10 they know your reputation. They know you're going to take very good care of your bags, and if you're selling something, you know your word is your bond. Okay? So last tip of the day is be true to your word. If you say you're going to mail it on Tuesday, unless something came up, mail it on Tuesday. If something comes up and you can't mail it on Tuesday, let the buyer know you can't. Okay? So, yeah. So, like I said, those are my tips. And if you follow those tips, you will be successful at selling bags. Now, I will tell you this. There are some buyers who will try you. Okay? They will try to lowball you. They will try to say, hey, I know you done sold that bag, but if you sell it for me, I will pay you more money. Don't do that. Don't do that. Be ethical when you're selling your handbags. Okay? Because people remember that. All right, everybody. That's it for this episode of Ask Mrs. Q. That's me. So until next time, love you. Bye-bye.